Okay. Number 21. What happens when you have two different senses combined? What is it called? Syn synesthesia. When one sense is stimulated and this leads to stimulation in another sense. 22. Differentiate between rods, cones, and retina. Which one is responsible for dim light? Rod is responsible for dim light and night vision. Cones is responsible for color vision and bright light. Retina is a light-sensitive layer located in the back of the eye. 23. Where are the auditory receptors located? Inner area, cochlea. 24. What is the layer called before it gets to the optic disc and nerve? Retina. 25. What should be the average REM sleep for a person? 20 minutes. 26. What is hypnosis? Hypnosis is a procedure where a practitioner suggests changes in the sensation and behavior of the subject who cooperates by altering cognitive function in accordance with the suggestions. 27. What is the part of the brain that controls the circadian region? Biological clock, aka the biological clock. It would be the suprachiasmatic nucleus, the SCN. 28. What does melatonin do? Uh, it's responsive to change in light and dark hours, secreted by the pineal gland deep within the brain, induces sleep, and helps keep the biological clock in phase. 29. What are seasonal disorders? SAD occurs in the winter, feeling of sadness, lethargy, drowsiness, and craving for carbohydrates. 30. What alternates in your sleep pattern? REM and non-REM. 31. What happens when you're sleep deprived? Uh, Impaired cognitive function and mood swings. Cardiovascular issues, fatigue, and exhaustion. 32. What is the name of disorder that people sleep whenever they go? Narcolepsy. 33. Parlov conditioning and what it's based on. Classical conditioning based on association. 34. Who developed operant conditioning? B.F. Skinner. 35. Difference between reinforcement and punishment. Reinforcement strengthens or increases the probability of a response, but punishment weakens or decreases the probability of the response. 36. What is the function of the nervous system? Gather and process information, produce responses to stimuli, coordinate the working of different cells. 37. What is the central nervous system and what does it consist of? The CNS, which include the brain and spinal cord, receives and processes and interprets. 38. Glial cells and how many communicate? Neurons. No, my bad. 38. Glial cells and how neurons communicate. Neurons are the basic units of the nervous system that are held by glial cells. Neurons communicate as synapses. 39. What is neurogenesis and when does it start? The production of new neurons from immature stem cells during embryonic development. 40. What region of the brain causes homeostasis to keep us balanced? The hypothalamus and the pituitary gland. 41. Benefits of sleep and what does it do to you? Sleep is necessary for bodily restoration and normal mental functioning.